I'm reviewing Shepherd, as it says on the back. When crippling grief after mysterious death of his wife, Eric Black takes a chance as Shepherd. Trapped alone on a remote but majestic weather-beaten island, one man spiraling mad since a vengeful supernatural force. What starts as an unswept escape becomes a race to save his sanity. The sanity of the audience. This film was fucking boring shit. But let me start with the positives. Actually, before I go into the positives, Shepherd has been hailed and praised by so many film critics, and most specifically Mark Kermode, whom is a critic that I both love and hate. And with any recommendation from Mark Kermode, it can go either of two ways. You seek it out lickety-split like I did with Bait and absolutely adore it, or you approach it with caution. And I didn't approach Shepherd with much caution. I was going off of the last Mark Kermode recommendation. I should have approached this film with caution because, well, Shepherd, it isn't that good. The positives. The film is brilliant looking. It's just gorgeous. Yeah, cinematography, I really liked it. I loved the capture of the location, and it always helps when you have a gorgeous location. Also, the production design. Mwah. The film has an amazingly composed and mixed score, something old-fashioned mixed with the current new jive of electronic soundscapes and harsh noise, a mixture between sound design and film score, and you can't tell the differentiations between the two, where they combine as one. The eeriness and atmosphere crafted in tandem with this music, it's really impressive. And the cinematography, it just stands out. Though haunting and eerie and creepy, it gets very boring, very generic, very samey. Very, very, very fucking quickly into its first half an hour. Throughout, I kept checking the info menu to see if it was if it was any closer to the end. Ugh. And that is never a good sign. There's no doubt there's a ton of dread in this movie. The atmosphere, it's dripping with it. Dripping, 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 and it drowns in it. And there's not much else. There is little to no payoff when it reaches to that zenith, to that horror, scary movie place of conclusion we're all waiting for. I had a hunch and sense when we got to it, it was going to be not ill-conceived, but just cheap, lackluster, tonally out of sync. Some of the jump scares in this movie are laughable. Also, the performance from Tom Hughes doesn't really suit this role, this character. I don't know, he seems far too pretty, or he has this faraway look in his eye, and it's not even in relation to his character. Also, some of his reactions are quite funny, and I don't think that's the intention at all. Russell Owen obviously loves gold rings and silver chains. There are so many nods to the Lord of the Rings and Gollum's infatuation with this ring. Whether it's intentional, I can't really say, but it gets rather silly. The locations are gorgeous and are captured and enhanced by the sound design, cinematography and lighting. But then there are some truly shonky moments, and it just makes the movie stand out for all the worse. There are some angles and slanted frames that are calling back to many classic horror films and moments and certain directors, which any film nerd will appreciate, but that doesn't warrant a decent review and critique. And though this movie is meant to build to a crescendo with its atmosphere and its dread, it is fucking leaden and really boring getting there. And also, when the film does look shonky, it feels and looks like the independent feature it is, but made on a shoestring budget. I feel like they needed to divvy up the budget and highlight certain sectors, or cut at least 20 pages of the script, because 20 minutes worth of this film doesn't need to be here. I think it would have been a really good sharp 71 to 75 minute movie. And when it is shonky, it doesn't feel akin to the dark design and style and cinematography and palette that's already been established and is brilliantly conveyed. The most positive aspect of the film with the score. There was also one scene where green screen was used, and it was just disappointing. So many parts of this film feel bigger and more grand than it has any right to feel and be. And these moments of badly rendered, photograph orchestrated moments pull you out of it completely, which is a real fucking shame. I recently watched a movie quite like this actually, called The Isle, and that was sadly trying to pull shit off it had no right at even attempting. At least Shepherd is 10 times better than that shamble. Yeah, there are some really creative shots and moves, it just takes far too long getting anywhere. Watching this was like reading a J.R.R. Tolkien novel. It ends up not creeping you out, but annoying the fuck out of you. The visions are sparse and unfulfilling to telling a story. It's just too long. Like I said, it deserves at least a 20-minute snip. Cut the fucking dog's testicles. Also, they did the dog wrong in this film. Fuck you. By the time it gets to that gorier, nastier stuff, design-wise and visually, you're left like, I don't care. Like I was just noting down everything wrong with the film. And looking up, I'm like, it's far too late for it now. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. That's all I've got. During this movie, I had more interest in taking notes than watching this. And even whilst watching it, I thought, let's see. This long, arduous, creeping dread, which didn't work, leads us over the last 13 minutes. I did a mini reactorama, set up my camera, and my reactions were as followed. So from Doctor Who! If you don't have the budget, don't even try it. So fucking frustrating, man. Bitch, swim! Oh man. It started here, did it? Yeah. This has been the longest 89 minutes of my entire life. This you needed to cut 20 minutes off this. You needed to strategise where your budget should have gone as well, for those bigger moments. I mean, it's impressive what they managed to achieve, but fuckery duckery do. Is he going to have a premonition of what all the bad things he did? Oh my god. I'm going to atone for my sins. Horror 101, people. I mean, that's a good looking shot, I'm not going to lie. It's a very clear wall of Come on, drag him down, kill him, get this shit over with. Drag him down, bitch. Drag him down. Is it over? Please say it's over. Man, 15 quid I spent on this. Or was it $12.99? Or was it worth $12.99? No. Go on, squeeze out a tear. End. Just fucking end this film. What happened? That's meant to mean something to us, is it? I like vagaries in movies, but I'm just not interested. Also, she hasn't been much of a present. See, the music's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kate Dickie as Fisher was wasted. Yeah, it was a tough watch. And I've got to give Shepard 2 stars. I feel that the director, Russell Owen, could pull off more than he could chew. As I said, I didn't like Tom Hughes' performance. My camera just decided to drunkenly move. Why didn't they put the fucking composer's name on it? Oh, Callum Dodson. This movie gets a star because of you. And also to the cinematographer. Richard Stoddard. Well done. Yeah. Didn't enjoy it. Wasn't good. So, 2 stars for Shepard. Remember to do the usual. Like. Thank you. See more. Share. And subscribe. Yeah. Fuck off.